Jugging the bricks, don't for the licks. Need a rubber band and pocket don't fit. Nigga, we stick, whole bad and thick. Ass so foul, the fuck with 2 pigs. She screamed, Tasmink was the best.
Yo, y'all know what's up. It's your boy Tasmink in the cut. Hey man, we back. We back and better. And higher too. You feel me? We've been gone. We've been taking a little vacay, but we back. Back on this grind. I just uploaded a video right now. A Messi video, because Messi just returned to Barca. Well, I don't know why I keep saying that. He didn't return to Barca. He stayed in Barca, you feel me? He ended up staying. He didn't leave. And I was already accepting the fact that he was going to leave, but I'm glad that he stayed. You feel me? Messi has more than 5 years still, you feel me? So maybe he just wants a fucking farewell tour or something, you know? I don't know what the hell he wants, but I don't know. I just hope he stays in Barca his whole career. Cause it's not like NBA, you feel me? There's way more teams, way more better teams, and you go to different countries to play, you feel me? So it's kind of better. So it's kind of harder staying in a certain team than to leave it. You feel me? Obviously. Like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that if you're new to the channel, and if you're old to the channel. You feel me? We just hit. I think we're close to hitting like a total of 350K total views, I think, something like that. So I'm hoping we get it this week. No, we're gonna get it this week for sure. We probably gonna get it like in 2 days or something. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
There are a lot of places we can visit on this planet. So many, in fact, that a lifetime is simply not enough to set foot in all of them. However, I highly advise that across these places on
that dude crazy, bro.
Especially number 1, which
that
is a
dude
place
crazy.
whose name alone makes you want to stay away. But I know where that is by staying tuned as we give you 10 of the most dangerous places in the world.
So you're gonna tell us not to go, but you're gonna tell us where it's at, so we can go?
Island, Australia.
Like...
If you're looking for a fun, relaxing, and safe time at the beach, then you better stay away from this place. Fraser Island's deadly beaches are home to practically everything you'd want to avoid if you're trying to stay alive. In fact, rescue choppers are frequently flown into the area to save visitors who find themselves plagued with medical emergencies. To make matters worse, there is nowhere on the island to seek medication attention, which is in and of itself another danger, but really only the beginning of the perils of Fraser. In recent years, the island has become inundated with irukandji, one of the most venomous types of jellyfish in the world. People stung by these tiny sea creatures may experience symptoms including abdominal pain, vomiting, sweating, anxiety, hypertension, pulmonary edema, and in extreme cases, fatal cardiac arrest. Over the past few years, several irukandji attacks have been reported on the island. The island is also home to 25 to 30 packs of dingoes, a type of wild dog native to Australia that has been known to attack humans. Number 9. Death Valley, California.
Death Valley,
As beautiful as this place is, its name provides evidence of a very real danger.
That's where I'm at.
Death Valley is a land of beautiful yet dangerous
Death Valley, California. This is literally where I'm at, dog.
More than 9,000 feet into the sky. And there's also a place called Badwater,
Might as
which
well
is the
call it
lowest
Death
area
Valley,
of land in the Western Hemisphere. If you find yourself thirsty, better pray that you're not at this place, because if there is any water there, you'd have to dig almost 300 feet straight down into the ground.
Bro, that's the valley.
It's also a place of extreme temperatures that go both
fucking
ends of the
hot
thermometer.
in the valley, bro.
Death Valley can be dangerously cold during the winter months. Storms in the mountains can produce sudden flooding on the floor of the valley, and at the other end of the spectrum, the air temperature during the summer has been as high as 57 degrees Celsius. The extreme heat of Death Valley has claimed the lives of people in the past,
to be honest.
and it will continue to claim the lives of those who do not honor this extreme climate. Death Valley does not forgive those who are not careful. Please don't taunt Death Valley. It won't end well. Number 8. North Sentinel Island, India. North Sentinel Island is a small landmass in the Bay of Bengal, India. Its indigenous population, known as the Sentinelese, rejects any contact with the outside world, and remains one of the few peoples that remain untouched by our civilization. They value their privacy so much that they go to extreme measures to keep
Bro,
the
they
rest
put
of the
this
world
clip
out.
again?
And just how do they
I
keep
reacted
these
to
outsiders
a
away
different
from their
video,
island?
which was
Well,
like
they simply shoot arrows in them.
10 places
For this reason, it's
it's
impossible
prohibited to
approach the
visit or
island
something.
and survive
And this
without
clip was in it by the
And
same
just
channel,
how
same people.
antisocial are the Sentinelese? Well,
Wow.
when researchers were assessing the damage after the
They
2004
refilling shit
Indian
now.
Ocean tsunami,
Come on,
even
now.
their helicopters were attacked by the Sentinelese for approaching the island. None of them were hurt, of course, but this example shows how fiercely the island's population is protecting their territory. Number 7. The Bermuda Triangle. This is probably the single most controversial location on Earth today. One of the most popular and dangerous places around the world, the Bermuda Triangle is a much feared area.
God
It is
damn.
a very vaguely defined stretch of the
God
Atlantic Ocean,
damn.
roughly triangulated between
Woo.
Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda.
got me
For
faded.
several years, the Bermuda Triangle has
What?
become famous for many mysterious
I'm up in Cloud Nine right
disappearances. Boats, planes, and the people
God
inside
damn.
them have entered the triangle and seem to vanish without a trace. There's only one person that is known to have entered the triangle and come out alive. And that man is David Copperfield, and I don't care what other people say. It was real back when I was 5 years old, and it's still real to me now. Anyways, I digress. These disappearances have been justified with many possible reasons, ranging from magnetic force to aliens. Although most of these cases have given logical and rational explanation, some of them still remain a mystery, as they vanish into thin air. One of the most dangerous places to travel to, the Bermuda Triangle, is for those who are built of curiosity.
Bro, I
and
need some
adventure.
fucking water.
Number
Holy shit.
6. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Like the proverbial light of the moth, this lake attracts wildlife
Damn, that shit
from all
look
over
crazy.
the area. The problem is, once this lake from heck gets a hold of an
That shit
animal,
looks so
or possibly
clean.
even a human, it never lets go. The ghastly Lake Natron in northern Tanzania is a salt lake, meaning that water flows in but doesn't flow out. So it can really only escape by evaporation. Over time, as water evaporates, it leaves behind high concentrations of salt and other minerals, just like at the Dead Sea in Utah's Great Salt Lake. The lake is abundant in natron, a naturally occurring sodium compound containing a mixture of sodium carbonate, bicarbonate, chloride, and sulfates. This boosts the alkalinity
so
of
basically-
the water to a whopping 10 on the pH scale, nearly as high as ammonia. You would think that animals stay clear of this deadly oasis, but for
Really?
some
Like, how are they
strange
not
reason,
dead?
birds frequently crash into it. When that happens, there's no coming back out. The natron then quickly works on the body, calcifying the carcass and sending it floating back onto the surface, so a statuesque skeleton emerges, carved clean by nature. Number 5. Mailusu, Kyrgyzstan. From 1946 to
Mailusu.
1968,
That shit look
the
like a
Sapinki
war zone.
Mining and Chemical Combine at
Bro, that
Mailusu
literally
produced and
looks
processed more
like
than
that one
10,000
map
tons
on-
of uranium ore, mostly to supply the
Oh,
USSR's
on,
nuclear
World
weapons
War.
program with fissile
No, I
material.
think it's COD 4.
Radioactive tailings that were created in the process
But
were
it
dumped
literally
around the
looks like
town
that
near
map in Call of
geological
Duty.
fault lines
What
without
the fuck?
consideration of hydrogeological conditions or the health of the local population. Today, 36 waste dumps are scattered throughout the area, containing a total of 1,960,000 m³ of unsecured radioactive mining waste, making the town a potential nuclear wasteland. The inner wasteland and Fallout fan in me is just fanboying so hard right now. 26 of these waste dumps are located directly within the city boundaries of Mailusu, with its 25,000 inhabitants. Smaller settlements in the valley are also affected by upstream tailing dumps. There is a heightened risk of radioactive contamination here due to the frequent occurrences of earthquakes, landslides, and floods. Excessive protection is needed to survive in Mailusu, and without which there can be large-scale destruction and damage to life. So yeah, it's one of the most dangerous places around the world. I don't think we need to explain this. Number 4. Dalol, Ethiopia. Dalol, Ethiopia is by far the hottest place on Earth based on year-round averages.
But I ain't gonna
which is
lie,
to
that
say
shit look
if
like a
you
scale.
average the temperature of every place on Earth for 1 year, Dalol's
That shit
average
look like
will
a
be the
fucking
highest.
scale.
While there
I
are
was
places
tripping
in
for
the
a
world
bit.
that are hotter at any given moment, Dalol maintains
fuck is
its
that
highest
doing?
temperature almost all year round. A couple of things actually contribute to the high temperatures in this place, and one is the exceptionally high humidity of the area,
That shit looks
which
crazy.
averages at around 60% all year long.
What the fuck?
High temperatures and high humidity are bad
Bro,
enough.
that doesn't even
Add to those
look
its
like
many
Earth.
sulfur pools that continuously emit noxious gases, it's no wonder no one calls this place home. Dalol is officially considered a ghost town.
Doesn't look like
In other
Earth.
words, no people live there full time. In the past, several commercial
fuck?
operations have been carried out in and around Dalol. These have mainly centered around mining, from potash to salt, but even that has stopped since the 60s because no one could withstand the extreme temperatures and poisonous gases in this place for a prolonged period of time.
Bro,
This
you'll
is why
die
it's
literally in
surprising to find out
seconds.
that people are having guided
You-
tours
you'll
of
be
this
a fucking
place,
skeleton
despite the
in
risks
seconds.
involved.
Like,
Then
look
again,
at
if
that shit.
2020's
Fuck
taught me
that,
anything,
bro.
anything can happen, really. Number 3.
But if someone told you I'll give you $1
Snake
billion
Island,
and you
Brazil.
put your foot in there,
As its name
would you do it?
suggests, Snake Island
Would
is
you
home
do
to a
it?
huge population of snakes.
Oh, that's crazy.
According to some estimates, there's one snake in each square meter of the island.
Damn.
The problem is, these aren't just your normal garden variety snakes. They just so happen to be one of the most venomous snakes in the world.
You know, I heard that Hawaii is one of the only islands that doesn't have snakes. Like, not one snake, which is fucking weird. I just learned this yesterday. My cousin was telling me. He said that because we were watching like wildlife or something in Hawaii. Not in Hawaii, not we were in Hawaii, but the wildlife in Hawaii, you feel me? We were watching on TV. Whatever, dog. You know what? I was in Hawaii, you feel me? Let's just go with that. I was in Hawaii, shit. It told me like back then or something when people first came, there was no snakes and people never brought snakes back then and shit. So they were never able to lay eggs and shit like that. So that's why over there it's like prohibited to take snakes right now or something, because you could literally walk around the island, the forest and stuff, and you'll literally find no snakes. Like, you won't have to worry about snakes, but you'll have to worry about everything else that's in there. Hey, you don't know what the fuck is in there. You feel me?
Golden Lancehead Viper. These vipers' venom is very fatal to humans and is so fast acting that it can finish its job in under an hour. Its venom
Man,
also
that's
causes
crazy,
immense
bro.
pain as it has muscle-destroying properties.
His face
Numerous
really does
local
look like
legends
the
tell
car,
of the
though.
horrible fates
Like
that
the
awaited
Viper
those
car.
who wandered onto the shores of Snake Island. Rumor has it a hapless fisherman landed onto the island in search of bananas, only to be discovered days later in his boat, lying in a pool of blood, with snake bites on his body. From 1909 to the 1920s, a few people did live on the island in order to run its lighthouse. Nobody
the
lives
fuck?
there permanently anymore, most likely because of what
How?
happened to the last lighthouse keeper and his entire family, which fell victim to only one of these snakes, and, well, they didn't live to tell the tale, obviously. Now it's time for today's best pick.
Dumbasses. Like, why would the hell
Today's
would you do
pick
that?
shows us a photo
What
of a
the
bunch of happy,
fuck?
smiling people who
That's the
really
reason why I
shouldn't be
clicked
sitting
it.
there if they value their lives. It might even make you think that
That
this
shit's
photos are
crazy,
fake,
bro.
but what if I told you that it's real, and you can even take a photo like that yourself?
Like, how are they
Find
not
out where it
flying
is
over?
next
That's
with number 2.
I don't understand.
Victoria Falls is on the Zimbabwe border. One of the greatest attractions in Africa is one of the
In
most
Africa?
spectacular waterfalls in the world.
That shit
Victoria
looks
Falls
crazy.
is located on the
Don't get me
Zambezi
wrong.
River, the fourth largest
shit
river in
looks fucking
Africa, which is
crazy.
also defining the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. It is also
And
the
by
largest
crazy, I mean
waterfall in the
beautiful.
world, but that's not the reason why it
Look
made
at
it to
that,
this
dude.
list. It's because of a small part of this waterfall called the Devil's Pool. Right on the edge of this massive waterfall, a calm pool of water forms. This is known
That's
as the
an
Devil's
infinity
Pool,
pool, not a
Victoria Falls.
Devil's Pool.
And daring visitors can actually swim
That's an
in this pool
infinity
straddling
pool
the
right
edge of
there.
Victoria Falls.
Yo, that's
If
crazy,
you're daring enough,
though.
you can even lean over the edge of the waterfall
What the
itself.
fuck?
In
Like,
Devil's
are
Pool,
there
there's a rock
rocks
lip
or
that
like, what
protrudes
the-
upward, which keeps you from falling over the edge. Under the low
Oh.
water conditions that you're permitted to enter Devil's Pool, you would have to make a concerted effort to actually go up and over that rock that's naturally keeping you in. It's only dangerous when the water level is unusually high, and to date, this place has no reported casualties, which legitimately
Yo,
surprised
that
me.
what the?
Even so,
that look like
I
Rich the
wouldn't
Kid.
risk it.
Is that Rich the
Sitting in a
Kid?
kiddie pool while drinking a mimosa
Dude,
isn't
what the
enough for
fuck?
me.
It kind of looked
Before
like
we
him.
move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15%
Yo,
of you
I
watching
wonder if
are actually
people
subscribed. Come on,
dying
guys, what's
of
up with
falling
that?
off that.
Can you guys please hit the subscribe button? You guys watch my videos every day anyway, so you might as well subscribe and keep up to date with every video we put out. Number 1.
Like, if
The
there's
Gates
not
of Hell,
one person that
Turkmenistan.
died from that,
Those of you who are old enough
I'd
to be
be down.
familiar with Belinda
I'd be
Carlisle,
down.
who once said, "Heaven
or
is a
even
place
like a
on
low
earth."
number,
And by
I'd be
following that
down.
logic, we can say that hell should be somewhere here on Earth too. And guess what? We've actually found it in a small country, right smack in the middle of the former Soviet Union. In the hot, expansive Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan, near the 350-person village of Darvaza, is a
Fucking
hole
huge-ass
230
hole.
feet wide that has
Damn,
been on
look at
fire
that
for over
person.
40 years. Though
That's-
technically
oh
called
my
the
God,
Darkasa
that's
gas
huge.
crater, locals know the crater as the Gates of Hell.
Yeah, that didn't look
Its
as
fiery
big in
glow
the
can be
first clip.
seen for miles
What
around.
the fuck?
The Gates of Hell crater was created in 1971 when a Soviet drilling rig accidentally punched into a massive underground natural gas cavern, thus causing the ground to collapse and
that's
the entire
crazy.
drilling rig to fall in. Having punctured a pocket of gas, poisonous fumes began leaking at an alarming rate. To head off a potential environmental catastrophe, the Soviets set the hole alight. They figured it would stop burning within a few weeks. Ah, those crazy Russians. Decades later, and the fiery pit is still going strong. Amazingly, despite the crater's
That's
foreboding
crazy.
name and ever-present flames, people still trek into the desert to witness the sight in all its blazing glory.
Wait, they haven't tried
Are
like
you
putting
daring
water
not to
on it or
visit any
something?
of these places? Let
That's
us know in
crazy.
the comment section down below. Want to watch even more videos about amazing places? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.
Oh fuck! Didn't mean to click that. But damn, that's crazy, man. What do you think is the worst one out of this whole list? For me, probably the worst one. Damn, I gotta say the snakes, man. Oh no! Is that one place? I forgot what place it was, but that I said, would you put your foot in for $1 billion? I think that one's the worst one. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. Feel me? But it's gonna be in the description down below if y'all want to watch it for yourselves. And that's been your boy Tazmiko, and we back finally. Deuces.
Puffin' the perk in the Xanax, nigga shooting at me, dodging like Matrix. You home got raided, winning like Vegas, fucking bitches every night.